and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, August 28th. We begin with news out of Decatur County, where state police say a 39-year-old Greensburg man is dead after a police shooting. Last night, authorities identified him as Travis Manleave. Investigators say around 2:30 yesterday afternoon, Decatur County deputies stopped a vehicle believed to be tied to a crime in Ripley County. Deputies, along with a Greensburg police officer, ordered the three people inside to get out. Police say Manleave then pointed a gun at the officers, who fired and struck him. He died at the scene. To Indianapolis, where a plan to fine parents of children who violate the city's curfew law could be in trouble. A majority of the City County Council's Public Safety and Criminal Justice Committee is not in favor of the idea. News 8's Kat Sandoval reports.
A City County Council committee discussed the curfew fine proposal. This after the mass shooting downtown July 4th. A first offense was a warning. The second would mean a $500 fine. A third offense, a $1,500 fine. But the fines didn't sit well with some councilors.
I think the fines, Mr. Chairman, are discriminatory and predatory, and I'll be voting no tonight.
Councilor Krista Carlino was brutally honest about being a parent. She says the fines seem like punishment for parents instead of being supportive.
As a mom, sometimes I'm here late in these meetings. I have a 15-year-old, and when that curfew kicks in, if I'm not back on the west side and my daughter does some dumb stuff, I might not be able to pay fine number 2, and sure as hell can't pay fine number 3.
Councilor Michael Paul Hart, who co-authored the proposal, believes the fines would hold parents accountable. When asked if he thought the fines are discriminatory or predatory, he said this.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's a fine, right? It's aimed at the parent. It's put in there to be preventative. It's so people know that when you get that letter the first time, there's an awareness to this is what could happen, and it's your responsibility to be accountable for your child. And if you determine not to do that, this is what can happen, and it can happen to anybody.
Now the committee will present that they don't fully recommend this proposal to the full council September 8th.
This isn't the end for Councilor Hart. He says he plans to continue the conversation with councilors on ways to address youth violence. I'm Kat Sandoval for Wish TV, wishtv.com.
In other news, a judge has sentenced a man to 116 years in prison for killing 2 women in Lawrence last year. Malik Shaw killed Aaliyah Wortman and London Coleman in April of last year outside an apartment complex near 42nd and Post Road. A jury deadlocked on a third murder charge against Shaw in the killing of Spencer Lawson Jr. during that same shooting spree. The judge in the case says that charge will be discussed at a hearing set for next month. The former director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is accusing the Trump administration of targeting her for standing up for science. A spokesperson for the Department of Health and Human Services says Dr. Susan Monterez was fired after less than a month on the job for not being aligned with President Trump's agenda. Attorneys for Monterez fired back, saying no one from the department told her she had been fired. A statement from the attorney says in part that when Monterez refused to rubber stamp unscientific, reckless directives and fire dedicated health experts, she chose protecting the public over serving a political agenda. A federal judge says the U.S. cannot deport Kilmer Abrego Garcia before she hears arguments in his lawsuit against the Trump administration in October. The man wrongfully deported to El Salvador in March also says he wants to seek asylum in the U.S. The Trump administration has said without offering evidence that Abrego Garcia is part of a dangerous MS-13 gang. Federal authorities also say they plan to deport Abrego Garcia to Uganda unless he agrees to plead guilty to charges of human smuggling, which he denies. Let's talk sports. The general manager of the Colts says the team is not trading Anthony Richardson, and he's firing back at critics of how he has handled the young quarterback. Yesterday, Chris Ballard talked to reporters about several topics, among them the decision to start Daniel Jones over Richardson this season. The GM grew frustrated with questions from reporters on how Richardson will become a better player by not playing.
I think I explained it earlier. I don't know if you were listening. You're a good listener, too. But I think there's times when, yeah. I mean, you got your question, your loaded up question that you want to answer. So that's what y'all don't listen to what I said before.
Ballard says he is not ready to say the Colts missed when they draft Richardson in the first round 2 years ago. Baseball and basketball fans packed Victory Field to celebrate a Pacers fan favorite. Yesterday was T.J. McConnell night for the Indianapolis Indians game against the Buffalo Bisons. McConnell threw out the first pitch. He says he actually played baseball until the 6th grade. It was a chance to dust off some of his old skills. He also greeted fans and signed autographs before the big game.
I think it just speaks volumes to the people we have in this city and this state. For the people to come out just to see me do something like this, it's special, and I got so much love for our fans and the people of Indiana.
The Indians are back at home tonight, taking on the Buffalo Bisons. It's Bark in the Park night, and first pitch will be at 6:35. Turning now to the weather. Those cool temperatures will continue today, but Storm Track 8 says you can expect some cloudy conditions and showers to come with it. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
I think we are going to look for some scattered showers. I don't think this is going to be a widespread issue across the entire state. Also, any rain that we do see, I do think is going to be on the light side as well. Let's show you what we have going on right now. Live look from our tower camera, where we do have temperatures at 63 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. No wind to speak of at all. We're at 61 in Richmond, Muncie, Kokomo, and Lafayette in 70s. A little bit farther southward, we do have some showers out there right now, and we'll show you on Storm Tracker all of them coming down from the north, moving a little bit farther southward. With some more possibility of some moderate rain coming down across parts of Hamilton County right now. So we'll go in a little bit closer. You can see some steady rain into parts of Hamilton County, also Lebanon, and then a few of those light spotty showers in Marion County, also across parts of Johnson County as well. So an on and off spotty shower could be possible here during the early afternoon hours, and I think more so later in the day, things begin to quiet down. We'll see mainly cloudy conditions with the peak of sun here or there later in the afternoon. High temperatures will be climbing into the upper 70s later this afternoon. We do see temperatures drop a little bit for your Friday. We'll share that full forecast and the holiday weekend forecast coming up.
To get a peek at the full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, August 28th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.